Let me know when we're good. We're good. Okay, we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Destiny Become Legend. We are a fan-made tabletop role-playing game based on the hit video game by Bungie, Destiny. They own everything. We own nothing. We were just having a good time. Thank you for joining us, everybody at home. We are back with Fireteam Bush today. Fireteam B, affectionately Fireteam Bush. We are unfortunately down a player, but we have our remaining Fireteam members, Mhesse, Neph, and Whiskey here with us today. Jackal couldn't make it, but they will be missed, and they'll be back next session. Yeah. So it's been a very long time since Fireteam Bush has had a session. Like I was saying before, it's been almost a month because we skipped for the haul between. And got trapped in a lost sector. So yeah, it's been almost a month. It's crazy. So last session that we all got together to play was that was your second session, right? Everybody?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 2 sessions because the first one sadly didn't get recorded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still really sorry about that.
Only the people that were here knew how cool the dance-off was.
Only the real ones. That's okay. That's how
Yeah.
things become legend.
Exactly.
Is they spread by word of mouth and they become bigger than they might have been.
The word of legend.
Yes, and that's what Destiny Become Legend's all about. So your second session saw you picking up from where the first session left off. Obviously, the Traveler had just been caged, and you had all been in a fight. You were working on clearing out an airfield and causing a distraction so that a bunch of citizens of the last city could escape on on ships and hopefully make their ways to safety away from the Cabal incursion. The Vex. It had just been discovered that the Vex are in league with the Cabal somehow, some way, completely unprecedented in the world of Destiny, as far as all of us know. So you picked up there with that fight. You fought a Cabal boss, a Caboss, if you will, and defeated the Vex and cleared the airfield. You, with the help of a couple NPCs, Emmer and 4 fellow Guardians who had also lost the light, just like every Guardian in this universe, and the help of some force of the city, the last city, a little commander who I think her name was like, oh, I have this in the pins. Hang on. Saida was her name. Human FOTC captain. So with the help of those 3, you managed to escort the civilians onto the ships. They flew away, hopefully to safety. There was a ship remaining when the dust settled. It was in a little bit of disrepair thanks to an explosion from Neph. It was really cool though, really cool explosion. Just before the light was lost. You repaired your ship. You flew on out of there. As you were trying to find out where to go next, you were heading for perhaps one of the towers, or perhaps the tower, the main Guardian-based tower, when you got a distress call from another tower that was closer to your current location. You all headed for that tower with Whiskey crash landing in the hangar. The ship might not have been the most reliable because it was kind of a quick patch-up job. So the ship went down. The dust, we had the dust kicking up. You had, I think it was like your Akira slide is how it was described, the
Yeah,
ship
yeah,
landing.
the Akira slide landing.
Yeah. And when the dust clears, we have our 4 guardians standing just outside the ship. Mostly intact, I guess. Yeah. So we're gonna pick up right from there now. Unless anybody has anything to add. Did I miss any crucial elements or anything like that?
Not that I can think of.
Nope.
Okay, cool. So let's jump into things. So this is the tower that you heard this like little help SOS signal kind of beaming out. You're out of the ship. Let's I guess we can just get out the elephant in the room out of the way, and let's Jackal has very you get out of the ship, and Jackal seems a bit troubled and distant after you all catch your breath from the ship crash, as if their mind is somewhere else. If any of you ask about it, Jackal will change the subject, and instead has offered to stay behind and fix up the ship. Fix up the ship, cover the group's flank, and protect the ship. Get ready for a quick getaway while the 3 of you investigate the tower and the distress signal. They tell you they will join you all as soon as the ship is flight ready. Just to get the boat ready. Yeah. Do you say or do anything? I talk, I guess, amongst each other, or say anything to Jackal or anything like that. Jackal has something to say to Neph before you leave, but I can give anybody else any other opportunity before that.
I mean, any landing that you can walk away from is a successful landing, but yeah, I see your point. It could use a patch.
Yeah. So I will say, for my part, the ship is very clearly damaged and actually definitely does need to be repaired. And Jackal kind of does seem out of it, whether that's physically or just emotionally or mentally. It's they're very, very good at hiding their emotions. So hard to tell, but they're willing to stay behind and fix the ship. And hang on, I was gonna change the map a little bit in Roll20. Whoop. Just keep it there for now.
Oh.
As a throwback.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's for all our D1 vets.
Yeah,
the OG
familiar.
tower.
Love it.
Yeah.
Wish I'd played.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was, very different but very similar at the same time. Funny how that works. Okay. So your one of your ghosts chirps up, Whiskey. I guess it would be Hermes. Hermes was on the lookout for this before. Hermes will pop up and say that this is where the distress call is coming from. It's coming from deeper within the tower, a couple floors down. And that you're gonna have to head in and find a way down from there, unless you all have more creative ideas. But you're right now off in the hangar to the right, the red zone.
Right. All right. I guess we should go stealthy. Yeah.
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 Probably a good idea to be as quiet as possible.
Okay.
Definitely shouldn't ground pound on void and caught like the endless ground pound until you hit the floor and become invisible. Definitely shouldn't do that. No.
Probably not.
All right. So stealth approach. You're not. You said you're definitely not trying to break through the ceilings until you get to the floor you want, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
Not
I don't
yet.
think that's not yet,
You
but
could try it. I don't know.
We'll call that a backup.
Yeah,
If
don't
we
put
can't,
it off the table. Neph and Mhesse are here, so
Yeah.
we've got Invis.
They
Neph and us are here,
try.
and so is Whiskey's ulcer, which he didn't realize that exos could get those. But feeling
you
is
should definitely name it after us.
Clovis Bray really thought of everything.
Standing next to two hunters will give an exo an ulcer. Who knew?
Right?
Okay, so before you leave, Jackal grabs Neph's shoulders and obviously can tell you might be a little apprehensive, have apprehension. I'm sorry, I'm so out of it today. And there's just kind of like that awkward moment of silence, and you're not sure what they're gonna say. And then Jackal just says, "Keep your head down, aim steady," and then kind of lets you go.
Yeah. And Neph will just she kind of returns the favor, like other hand on their shoulder, and just says, right, yeah, eyes up and all that. And just kind of like super awkward turns around and starts sleeping.
Hmm. Yeah.
Aww.
Then there's just a nod in return again, and they go to get to work on the ship. So from the hangar, you can see out into the city, obviously, and you just watch before you head deeper into the tower. You just see that the city it's under siege. It's burning. There are Cabal ships, drop pods falling. There are little glimpses of blue light as Vex pop in and out of random places around the city. The last city that you all know and love, or maybe not love, depending on your character, but the last city that is the last bastion of humanity in the solar system, as far as we all know, is completely changed. It's completely shattered. And I don't know how any of you feel in particular, but in general, most Guardians looking at this would probably feel a little bit of a very somber and serious and motivated, a bunch of different things. But it's a regardless, it's a however you feel, it's a sobering sight. And with that, unless anyone has any last words, you head into the tower. And as you start to round, let me pull up my map. As you start to walk the path from the hangar to the plaza that the towers all have at their top, as you near that first bend into that first hallway, you hear a noise. And what is your order? Are you walking together? Who's ahead? Who's in the rear? What is your group look like right now? Your marching order, if you will.
I guess Whiskey can take point since Hermes is the one with the lock onto the S.O.S signal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think definitely when Jackal stayed behind, Neph kind of like turned to Whiskey as the like, okay, you're the next person of import in charge of me, and I'm gonna listen to what you have to say, because she knows that Jackal seems to in some way have that trust there, so
Mm-hmm.
she'll follow that.
And Mhesse for sure, I think, would have picked up that Neph's kind of feeling a little bit distraught, not just by everything going on in the tower, but Jackal staying behind. So I think she'd stay kind of. They'd I think they'd be a little bit further back from Whiskey, a couple steps, because they're watching ahead. But I think Mhesse would have her hand on Neph's shoulder there, just a little comfort squeeze. No words, but gestures say a lot.
Okay. All right. Got it. So you head down that corridor, and around that corner, you hear Whiskey. You hear this first. You hear what sounds like. Let me see if I can do it. It's kind of like a noise. As you get closer, obviously it gets louder, and it seems to be repeating. It'll stop, pause occasionally, and then start again.
When Whiskey first hears it, he'll like hold up a hand and then like realize like he doesn't know what the proper hand signal is, so he kind of like goes between like open hand, closed hand a couple times, and just like points to his ears and points to continue on quietly.
Okay. As you near the corner in the corridor, the sound gets louder and louder, and you can tell whatever it is right around the corner from you.
Kind of take a peek around the corner, keeping most of his body behind. It's like Scooby-Doo style.
Okay. As you do so, you are attacked by the sight of a sweeper bot. Just sitting there sweeping.
His shoulders just kind of let down as he like breathes out a sigh. Just a sweeper. Okay.
Okay.
Motion everyone forward.
Mhesse would be snickering quietly, like she's really trying not to laugh because this is a serious situation. She's trying her best. She's struggling.
Okay.
Can the sweepers talk?
I don't think they normally do.
I know that the one during the Festival of the Lost when you could ride the broom was like had like slight distressed calls, but I don't know that I've heard one outside of that, and who knows if that's even actually canon.
I'm getting reports in from my canon expert that sweeper bots do not talk. So the sweeper bot, honestly, doesn't even engage. Doesn't look at you. Just keeps doing its sweeping job. It like it might move a step and start sweeping the next spot, and then back to
Yeah, I'll try not to disturb any pile that it's collecting dust in.
It's very appreciative of it. You can't tell. You have no way of knowing this, but I know. Okay. So you continue onwards into the onto the plaza. And as you make your way into this kind of the large open area, this tower is less for guardians and is more for the it's more of the actual bases for a lot of the factions in the city, we're gonna say. Canon be damned if I'm wrong in that there isn't a tower that would be dedicated to this. So the tower that you are all most familiar with would be the Guardian Tower. It's where the Vanguard operations are. It's where a lot of the Guardian outfitting would be for weapons and armor, where Shaxx is based for the Crucible. Towers, all are defense systems, but that's the Vanguard location. This one seems to be a bit more based around like the factions have a little bit more of a hold, whereas in the Guardian Tower they have where they what's the word the military does it. Recruiting. They're like the Guardian Tower has the recruitment centers. This is more where they're like paperwork and like the specific ongoings occur for those factions. So the outside looks similar but different. There are still stalls and kind of booths everywhere that mostly have been shattered. It's all rubble, and it appears completely empty as far as you can tell immediately. The Hermes tells you, Hermes kind of directs you, and he says, if we're going down, we have to go north, and we have options.
Just do a quick visual sweep, make sure there's nothing up here acting as like a sentinel for deeper in the tower before heading into the inside where we're in much tighter quarters.
Okay. Give me. I'll have you roll. In investigate check, actually.
It's intellect, so it's a +1. It's an 8.
Okay, so for an 8, you can ask me. You get to ask one question.
All right, then we'll go with my question that I had, which is, are there any anything up here keeping watch?
Right now, it doesn't seem to be. You can tell there was a Cabal presence earlier, as many things are destroyed, but at the moment, it seems like it's been cleared out of both civilians and Cabal.
So he'll nod and say, all right, deeper in, guess keep an eye out for cover in case we get jumped. Can't depend on the light to keep us safe this time around.
Are there any doors blocking us from entering into that other room? Are the doors like sealed shut?
No, not really.
Okay.
The only thing that would lead you deeper, or that would prevent you, is Hermes is saying that the best route is the other direction. But if you wanted to go up there and kind of poke around, you could. That's up to you.
Could Hermes be leading us astray? I'm just teasing.
Hasn't led me astray so far. Well, no, not yet.
Then let's carry on.
You pull off Hermes' shell, and it's actually just a Cabal.
You got
Surprise!
me.
Attack!
Get cabaled.
All right. So, Hermes leads you down to like a central kind of hub. You keep your eyes peeled for citizens, civilians, and dangers. It's a very high, tense situation, and you get to kind of like a juncture, I guess, where you have a choice. Hermes says to you, so the distress signal is 10 floors down. And he says, we could take an elevator or we can take the stairs. That's up to you.
I mean, an elevator seems faster.
Mhesse doesn't say anything and just jumps down the stairs. Just walks.
Yeah. I think as that's happening, Neph's going, well, I mean, the elevator might be faster, but the stairs are going to be, like, their elevator's going to be more, like, announcing of our
Mhesse's
bye.
already made our choice for us.
Yep.
Oh, I hope she remembers that she doesn't have the light. After her.
Yep.
Okay. So, Mhesse, you are leading the charge now down the stairs. We have chosen.
Literally picturing, like in movies where they're like on the railing and just kind of skidding their way down, like they're using the railing to slide down. Like that's kind of what she's doing.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's awesome. All right, I was gonna say, are you gonna jump all 10 floors?
No, she like jumped like onto the railing, like yeeted herself basically, and she's just
Okay.
like sliding down the
Okay.
railing.
That's much safer than what I was picturing, where
Yep.
like
Same.
you had like jumped down that center bit where there were no stairs to just try and get as fast down 10 floors as you could.
She can be a little dumb, but she's got a little couple of brain cells sometimes.
Well, if we had the light, that would be a valid method of getting down, just not as we are.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Play out a little bit differently pre and post light.
No triple jump for us.
Unfortunately,
No.
not. No.
Yeah, no warlock
If
proof.
we had the light, it would have been a lot of flair to that, like
Oh yeah.
throwing some invis, going down,
That's right. You can.
So,
All of you before
free
were like, "Yeah, we can
falling.
go invis." Like, no, you can't. You absolutely cannot. You can
We
try.
can't.
It just won't do
Sure.
anything.
I do have
yeah.
a question.
Yes, I have an answer. I hope.
As Mhesse is streaking down the stairs, how much noise is this making?
That is a fantastic question.
'Cause that determines what I do next.
Mhesse, can you give me a traverse roll?
Yes. That's 2d6, correct?
It is 2d6 plus your mobility modifier.
Okay. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's either really good or really bad.
It is not a good roll. I'm just
no.
looking for my mobility modifier. Where is it?
If
It
it's
should.
I think
Should
it's
be
plus
pretty
2, plus 1. Okay, so that is a 4.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Can I use my orbs?
You cannot. You have no orbs because
Oh
you have
right,
no
we
light.
don't have the
We
light.
lost them.
Yeah. You all have 0 orbs right now. I'm sorry. So you
This
so
wounds
you
me
rolled a 3
greatly.
total. That was almost as bad as you could possibly do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So Neph, to answer your question, very loud. Not you can Mhesse might be trying to be silent, but is not succeeding if she is.
Cool. Then I too would like to do something with a little bit of flair to get down the stairs.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah, sure. Sure.
We're gonna
You
give
want
Rick
equally
an
loud?
aneurysm.
It's already loud. It's fine. So there's like a lot of debris up here. Can I find something that's wide enough to hold my feet? I want to kind of like skate
Are you
down
gonna
or
surf
like
down the
sled
stairs?
down. Yeah, I want to sled down the stairs.
Okay.
To get a little speed going, but to
Okay.
catch up with her.
I really appreciate the fact that you were like, she's being loud. Instead of stopping her, you were going to outdo her.
Double down.
Yeah,
Yes.
double down.
I don't
Absolutely.
want her to be alone.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna say you can grab I guess there's a bunch of stuff you could grab. There's like a broken chair, a broken table. There's some rocks that you could just grab, like a piece of the floor. Whatever you want to grab, that's up to you.
Yeah, probably just looking for maybe like a piece of. Does it look like the Cabal were like? Are there any dead Cabal here, or does it look like they kind of came in and wiped out?
There's definitely I probably should have said this. There's kinds of skirmishes, so there are both humans and Cabal kind of scattered about.
I would like to use a piece of like Cabal armor or like one of their shields as my surfing.
Little like a phalanx shield before it's activated. Absolutely, 100%. Can you give me a traverse roll as well? This is not to be quiet. This is to see how cool or how bad this goes.
Yeah, and it's a 2d6
Yep, plus your mobility.
plus my mobility.
Fire team Bush.
Oh yeah. I mean, we got to live up to the original legend at
Hmm.
some point. Okay. So our mobility stats are still the same. Like our
Your
modifiers
modifiers
still
are the same.
Our
Yeah.
just movement is what dropped.
Yeah, your movement is
Right.
dropped because you don't have the light. But like all of your
So-
like your modifiers should be even throughout everybody. So I'm not,
Yeah, no worries.
it's not favoring anybody to keep them.
Yes, perfect. Okay. So that's a 5 because I rolled 2 2s. So not super great, but
Oh
not
no.
great.
Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So
Yeah.
you grab a failing shield and you dart for the stairwell after Mhesse.
Can I
Whiskey.
put a
I'm
little
sorry.
spin on this?
Sure,
So
yeah.
it's definitely something that didn't go right? So
No,
could it
yeah.
be something where I grabbed what was an activated phalanx shield and I go to put it on the stairs and I'm on it and it kind of deactivates essentially, so I've now lost a lot of surface area on it and that causes some problems, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, that's absolutely yeah, you figure out how to activate it and you think you're going down on like a surfboard
Mhm.
and you like your foot hits the trigger and like you wind up now you're skating on a dinner plate.
Yep. That sounds
Yeah.
great.
All right.
Nothing
that'll
could go
be-
wrong.
As you fall, Whiskey, you see both hunters dart for the stairwells, taking the stairs first, asking questions never. What do you follow them behind? Like, do you do anything in response to this before we kind of settle everything else that's going on?
Whiskey is kind of jogging behind, he doesn't want to separate from the group, but he's just like jogging behind and like under his breath, just, that's right, Jackal. Yes, your protege and her friend decided to skate down the stairs. And why, yes, that was a very poor decision of them. But, well, you see, I wanted to interrupt them. Oh, this is never going to go well. And just the entire way down the stairs, having this make-believe debrief under his breath.
Right. Just going through the whole conversation. Got it. Okay,
And then
so you
just,
follow behind.
Mhesse and Neph just like having the blast in a horrible way.
Yeah. So Mhesse, you vault over onto the stairs and down. You're taking your steps 10 at a time. And you turn back and you see Neph start coming down on the shield, and then she looks really cool to start with. Like this is gonna be super awesome. And then she hits she accidentally triggers or de-triggers the shield, I guess, and starts to fall. And it's immediately less cool. It's a lot harder for her to control, and she plows into you, and just both of you wind up going down as a big ball of hunter mistakes, careening down the stairs.
Ball of consequences.
Yeah.
All of consequences. I like that.
Let's see. I'm gonna say you're each gonna take a little bit of damage from that. So let's see. What did I just roll? 6. Yeah, you each take 13 points of damage from that.
Okay.
So it should go away with no consequence if, I guess it depends on what happens next.
Oh, sorry. I accidentally removed that on whoops. That's not
Are you
me.
on the map? The map is
Yeah.
inconsequential at this point. We have transcended the map by now. The map is just a little
Transcended as we descend.
Yeah, you've descended the map. Okay. So you managed to get. Let me roll for this. Okay, you get halfway down. You get 5 floors down. and then you have this catastrophic failure, and you make an ungodly amount of noise. And then you hear from the floor through the door of the floor adjacent to you on the landing you're on. You hear a bunch of Cabal and the noises of Cabal and Scions. And you can hear them go, "What was that noise? Quick, check it out, in the stairwell."
Ooh. Can I scramble to try and block the door with my body? Like, keep it shut?
Sure.
Okay.
Give me... you know what? This is going to be a protect roll,
Okay.
actually. This is exactly what protect is designed for.
I very much would like to protect.
Okay, is there an aid in this at all?
Yes. So the way aiding works is... actually, I don't know if we have group action rules. I don't know if we have aiding rules.
We
Okay,
help
so
as a group.
for now, it'll be effectively like a group action. So the way group actions work is one person leads, and then they get to use the highest number from anybody who is participating. The highest modifier. So, for example, Neph is leading this move. This heroic action, excuse me. So Neph would roll, and then if anybody has a higher strength modifier than her, they would add that instead of Neph's. We're also looking into other options, stuff that might intersect with orbs of light or other resources. But we don't have orbs of light right now, and we don't have any other options anyway. So, or not ready to be written, but.
So I guess what's your existing modifier, and we'll figure out if we actually can help.
My existing modifier is a +1 because it's
Okay,
strength for protect, right?
That is better than mine.
Mine is -1 for strength. So
Yeah, mine's a 0.
All right. Well, you're there for moral support, and I might factor this into consequences as opposed to.
Well, how about a 9?
How about a 9?
lot better than my 5 earlier.
Okay.
But I am sticking with the doubles, 2 2s, 2 4s. So
Nice.
let's
We love a good
roll in
trend.
doubles. Yeah.
So on a 7 through 9, you cushion the blow as best you can, but notice some of your charges. I think those might be old rules. Either way, it's going to be some good, some bad. So I'm going to say right now, you manage to bar the door successfully. You do what you want to do. But you hear a voice on the other side, the Cabal, and they kind of try to bash open the door, and all of you, like you and Whiskey and Mhesse, if she's helping, are kind of barred up against it, and you're securing the door in place. And the Cabal on the other side kind of is trying to like push up against it, and you're holding tight. They go, there's someone on the other side. You announce yourself. They say to you.
Oh, to me.
Yeah, they're trying to talk to you. They're saying, announce yourself.
Oh God. Jackal said keep your head down. So I've definitely not done that. I think Neph goes, nobody but us chickens. Because she just does not know what to do in this moment. They already know I'm here, but she's not about to be like, oh, I'm blah blah. So she's just nobody but some chickens.
Yeah, you say that, and then there's an audible like just slap as Whiskey was like, there goes our chance to try and bluff our way out. Is there like rebar or some? Are these handle doors or like? I'm trying to think if they're handles and I can like stick some rebar between the handles that can maybe hold them long enough for us to get a head start, or
Yeah, I'll say as part of that role for successfully barring the door, you are able to jam it. You have the phallic shield actually, which you can use to kind of lock it in place. If that's the move you want to make. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
sounds good to
that
me.
was kind of what I was thinking
Mhm.
already, so I'm on board with that.
Okay, so you start working on that. The cabal on the other side has chickens, and it kind of turns and chickens. What are chickens? Humans. And he turns to you can't see this, but it sounds like he turns his head to talk to his companion. He says, "There are humans on the other side, strong, guardians most likely." And then you can kind of hear Cabal start to grumble from behind the door as though there is a good number of them. And they start rumbling. One of them from just further back, with a voice of higher authority, says, "Fan out! They're in the stairwell. Go up, go down, make sure they don't escape." And this one cabal kind of seems to be still trying to force the door open, but you could hear movement, the shuffling of cabal feet as some of them start to head out. You're able to bar the door. What's your next step?
All right, let's continue
Let's
down.
book it down. Yeah.
Yeah, get ready for a fight at each landing, potentially.
Okay, so you head down. You manage to. Let's see. I'm gonna. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. Wow. Bad luck.
For us or for them?
You'll find out. So you're on. I said you got 5 floors down. So you have 5 to go. You managed to make it down 1 floor, without, or you make it down to the next floor. Do you want to enter or do you want to keep going?
You know what? I'm with a pair of hunters. Let's go for a crazy idea. They already know we're in the stairwell. Let's head for the elevator on this floor. Take that the rest of the way down.
Okay, cool.
Let's
You
do it.
bust open the door. Let's see. Pull up my map again. Oh, I didn't really block any of this stuff off.
Out of curiosity, how much time has passed for the 13 damage that the hunter sustained?
You heal much. You still heal. You heal slower, but you still heal pretty quick. So I'd say because you didn't immediately jump into combat, we'll say it's gone away.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's still pretty quick. Let's see. Oh, I was gonna block this off. Unreveal areas or hide areas. Oh, I have to. Oh, that's cool. Neato. It just does it automatically. All right, I'm gonna move y'all here. The wonders of Roll20. It should be just a black screen right now.
Yes, it is. I was trying to search around it to find what I was missing.
What is?
Haha!
Oh,
Now more has
now.
been revealed. Unfortunately, I couldn't find maps of the tower, believe it or not. So, like direct maps of the tower, so I had to kind of cobble it together myself. I'm gonna put you all on the bottom of this. We're gonna say the general area of the tower, each floor is probably bigger than this normally, but we're gonna pop you all down here, and we're gonna say to get to the elevator, you basically need to get to the other side. Okay. Who is my last guardian?
The green one.
Green one. Whiskey. Oop. Okay. So, you pop down here, and you hear the sound of just Cabal are kind of riled up all over the place. You start. I'm gonna say you can start to. You get a halfway. We'll say. Move you all as a group. You just get past this vending machine. You get to this vending machine. If you'd like to stop for a drink, you can. And you hear a little ding. And at the elevator on the other side, Cabal come out. And I'm gonna need everybody to well, actually, so I'll say you can try to hide if you want. These are doors on either side, or you can try to face them head on.
Let's try and hide. Worst case, we're at least behind cover when that happens.
Perfect.
Okay. So I'll say you have access to 3 doors before, or I guess 2 doors, and then there is one just above that you can try to dart to, before the Cabal appear. So, where would you like to go? Bottom left, right, or top left? Or I guess mid left, effectively.
I was
Let me reveal the right a little bit more. I don't know if it's showing enough.
We can see the door that you're talking about.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did I just cover it?
No,
No.
we can
Okay,
still
never
see it.
mind.
We can see it slightly better now.
Oh, great. Cool. All right, what's your choice?
I think Whiskey's going back one to the right, in the bottom right.
That's what Mhesse was thinking as well.
Okay.
I'll follow suit.
So this is going to be another group roll. One of you will lead, and the rest who are tied up in it. You can use the best mobility score from any of them. Which Mhesse and Neph both had +1s.
I'd say it's got to be the hunters.
Yeah. Okay. So Whiskey, are you leading, or do you want somebody else to?
Sure, Whiskey can lead since it was his idea to break from the stairwell to try this mad dash.
Okay. Give me 2d6 plus your mobility.
You guys have a +1 is the highest modifier.
Yes.
And that just barely squeaks into a 10.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. So you manage to sneak in to this room successfully. So you evaded eyes first. So this seems to be kind of just a large office area. I put 2 like fantasy desks here, or sci-fi desks here, with like cool little command systems and stuff. There's some things that should be here that aren't, like chairs and like maybe a little desk and a filing cabinet in the corner. There are potted plants though. I did put those in there because I have my priorities straight. But
Absolutely.
yeah,
Life
so
the space.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a nice little lively area. So you do that, and you hear so you buckle down. Do you say or do anything else before I continue describing the ongoings?
Close the door behind us so that it's not obvious that one of these doors is open. I think I'm gonna take up a spot like here, where I'm not in immediate sight if someone comes through the door, but able to take a pot shot at someone who does try and enter.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there like is there like a dark I'm gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna go straight to the corner and try to stay out of the way here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we'll go for we'll stand in the potted plant. It's like a bush.
There you go. That's the bush of inside the tower. This is the most bush thing.
Because
Okay.
I was thinking of taking that corner right over there where the other plant.
Aw, yeah,
Awesome.
let's go.
Oh, now I feel bad for. Hold on, let's.
It's a little bit further away, but kind of. Yeah, kind of here. On
Thanks
the
for
plant. On
providing
the
me a
plant.
bush. Yes,
Let's give Neph a bush too.
thank you.
All right, there you go. Now all of you have your own little bushes.
Is there anything in these high-tech desks, like information that we would want to peek into, or is it just like desks? Like, never mind the design.
Yeah, I mean, you could try like a hack roll. What specifically would you be looking for?
If the Cabal tried to take any information already from the tower systems, or if they tried to delete or remove or take anything.
Hmm. That is a very interesting point. I will say, you can make a hack heroic action to determine such a thing.
Okay.
I don't know if you'd want to wait, because your ghost would have to be out and actively doing this in order
Yes.
to make it happen.
Let's wait until the Cabal pass.
Okay. So, but keep that in your back pocket. That's really cool, and I like that idea a lot.
Okay, cool.
So you hear the. I'm not even gonna put them out there because you
can't
don't
see 'em
see
yet.
them. Yeah. I will say having the door closed isn't or open isn't necessarily a boon or a bane one way or the other, because a lot of things have destroyed and scuffled and this, I don't even know if that's it. It's everything is in disarray. So no matter what, it's going to be but you hear the voices of the cabals, and you hear them outside, and it sounds like there's quite a bit of them, at least a half dozen at least, kind of moving through here, and they're kind of barking orders at each other. Make sure you check every nook and cranny. I want you to look. I want you to find them, or boss says we got to find them. Things like that. And you can hear them going door to door down this hall, busting things open, investigating, and
How long does a hack action take?
it depends on what the hack is, and I mean, it's all situational, it's all narrative, so nothing takes any set amount of time. If you're doing something like scouring an entire network for things, it would then take a long time. If you use multiple ghosts, it'd probably take less time. If you're just doing really cursory looks, that's much faster. It all depends on the narrative.
All right, I think that Whiskey's going to attempt a hack roll to try and set off an alarm somewhere else on this floor in the opposite direction of us.
Okay. Cool. You can try that. So there's a little panel on the wall here, that Hermes can go. Give me a hack roll. Sure.
Yeah, so he'll send around and say, Hermes, bail back here if they open that door, but this might give us time.
He says, I'll see what I can do.
+1 on this. Come on, good roll. It's a 7, which is not great, but not bad either.
Okay. So 7 is a little bit of good and a little bit of bad. So Hermes whizzes over and starts to kind of patch into the security network of the tower, and is trying to like immediately affecting this level is a little bit faster and a little bit quicker. And he says, okay, I think I've got it. I just need 5, 4, 3, 2, and as he gets to about 2, the door opens as a cabal says, I'm gonna look in here, and you see a cabal legionary kind of pop their head in, right here. Wow, you guys are tiny. Okay, and 2 1, and he sees you. He sees the ghost first, and he goes, "There's something," and then the alarm starts to go off. Further down on the floor, and I'm gonna say, I guess that'd probably be combat. That'd probably be
Mhm.
a quick draw to see what happens, because he's gonna fight you. He's already like called out. Like, I found something. The alarms go off, so we'll see where what else happens. But let's do a quick draw from everybody. 2d6 plus 0. And it's going to have to actually probably be a pretty high number, because they are actively looking for all of you.
Come on, Dave.
Let's see. I think that Whiskey is going
Oh.
after, or is getting only the 2 dice, because that's a 2 and a 3.
Oh yeah,
What?
absolutely. I was gonna put it at an 8, I think, right now, from this guy. So if you have an 8 or higher, you would get all 4. But lower than that, you would only get 2 dice.
Have a flat 8.
Flat 8.
I got 12.
You get
That's
12? You got a
Damn.
perfect roll?
Let's go.
Well, no, I got my +2 modifier.
Oh, you don't add the +2 because you have no light.
Oh,
Your
that's right.
Your
That's right.
reflexes
Still
are
a
Okay,
10.
so it's
still a
10.
10. Still
That's
great.
still good.
Okay. So, with that half hack, only half of this floor has been alerted to you. And I'm telling you just narratively how I'm breaking it down. And the other half has been distracted by the alarm. So, for now, it's just this bloke, but you can hear that other Cabal have like reacted to that.
All right.
So, it's all of your turn first. So what do you do as a fire team?
I'd like to
Alright.
shoot it in the head with the bow.
Okay. If you want to act first, you absolutely can.
I don't know if that's the best call, though, unless somebody had other ideas, but the sooner the guy falls down, the less noise it'll make.
Yeah, no, I think you're welcome to take first action on this one. I've only got 2 dice to work with, and I'm probably going to go last to clean up what's left, potentially.
Okay, so in this case, we were supposed to roll our 4d6 as well, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I think Neph and Mhesse both have their full 4.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot to roll, so I'm just gonna do that quickly.
Yeah, do that. That's kind of important.
Does it look like the Cabal is zeroing in on us, or is he paying attention to Hermes at all? Like,
Hermes seems to be the focus.
Okay,
okay.
perfect.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go
You're gonna
ahead.
shoot him
What?
with the bow. No,
Yes.
I just wanted to try and go for a heroic action here of like protect. I want to draw his attention from Hermes to me, so that Hermes has a chance to get back safely to Whiskey.
Okay. You absolutely can.
Cool. I am going to use 3 die to do that, so that I have a 12.
Okay. So, heroic actions, you have to use 2 dice.
Oh, only 2. Okay, so
Yep.
then that'll be a 10.
But you can still add your modifier.
Cool. So 11.
Okay. You
Up,
just
down.
need a
Here
10.
we
10
go.
is there's 3 levels. There's 6 or minus,
Cool.
there's 7 to 9, and then there's 10 plus.
Perfect. Okay.
So, what do you do to distract?
I think I pick up just this. How big is this potted plant? Is it something I can throw?
Yeah, I mean, you're a guardian. Even
Yeah.
without the light, your body is still capable of great feats. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just channel all of my obnoxious hunter lifestyle, and I just pick up this plant and I chunk it right at his head and go, "Hey, look over here, stupid!" And just try to make him mad and focus on me, and kind of forget that there's a sweet little Hermes over there.
Okay. So you throw your potted plant at it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say it's a decent sized plant. It staggers him a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, what the fuck!" And he shouts even louder, or just like he's just mad. He's loud. And he turns to you, and he says, "You," and he's pointing at you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything else?
Everything.
I'm
Because
gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot
yeah,
it
I
in
was
the
like, I
head.
seen
Yeah.
Neph. Yeah, I seen. Or sorry, Neph sees Mhesse pulling the bow, which I think is a little bit quieter, although we're making a lot of noise. I think. Is it possible for me to have
I
done
think there's
one
plenty of noise at
action
this point.
and then kind of see?
Uh,
Like, can I be cleanup, or do I need to do all of my action right now?
Usually you need to do all of
Okay,
them, but
no,
I
I
will.
can do it right now. That's fine.
I mean, Messi called out the bow shot, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to. So I will allow you to hold your 2 dice
Cool.
until after Messi's.
I will go
action.
ahead and tell you I'm going to shoot him with the hand cannon. So it has a dedicated. They're going to do something. But
Okay.
Maybe
All right.
maybe they're shooting at the same time. So like she does that, and then she's falls angry, and then you see Messy firing from the back, like quick swapping to her bow and shooting at it, and then Neph is shooting at it with her hand cannon at the
Okay.
same time.
If you want to do that, you absolutely can do that too. Messi, what is your bow? Do your bow.
I'm gonna
What?
fire. So I'm gonna use 2 dice to fire 2 shots,
That makes sense.
and I'm going to save my other 2 dice for
Are you
later.
banking them, or are you?
It depends. Like if are more enemies coming, I will bank them to use for that heroic. Can I use them for that heroic action we talked about?
Oh, to
Or
hack? Yes, absolutely. You can. You can use them.
okay,
Okay, but just remember, whatever the value is on those dice is what it's going to be for your heroic action.
okay,
Okay.
perfect. I will bank them then, and then
Okay.
I
So
will.
let's do the bows.
Perfect.
Bow shots first. We got 2 bow shots, and then we have a hand cannon shot loaded up. So let me.
Okay.
How far away is this buddy from you?
It should be
2.2.
medium.
So that's me. Yeah, that is long. Just barely
Perfect.
long. That's actually. These are huge rooms. They're giant
Okay.
rooms, believe it or not. Apparently. I meant for this to be much more close combat.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll for the first shot to see what kind of hit I get.
Okay. Yeah, roll this
I
is
got a
within your
5.
hit spectrum. Fine,
Yes.
that's a precision hit. So 20. What was your DX on that?
A 5.
Okay, so you spent a 5 and rolled a 5.
Oh no, I spent a 3. Sorry,
You
that
spent a
was the.
3. Yeah, the
Mhm.
dice expended, not the dice roll.
Yes.
So 23 times 2 is 46, which on a legionnaire is hold on. Let me see. I think I moved that down. I think I moved it. I'm pretty sure I moved it down to 40 actually, right? Does that sound right? 40, 50. It was originally 30. I moved it up. I think I moved it back down. So we're gonna say 40 does it. You rolled over 40?
Oh, well, I rolled and then 20 plus. Let me just look at so 20 plus 23, and then it was a precision, so that doubles it, right?
Yeah. So that's over 40. It is
Yeah.
dead. You have killed the legionnaire. The legionary. Great. So you save a bow shot. Neph, I'll say you. If it hadn't gone down in 1 shot, I would have said you definitely used the hand cannon shot. But if you'd like, you can save that. Save that die you would have used.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you're gonna let me save them, I will. But I'm happy to say that they were spent as an action, so it's no
Okay.
problem.
Yeah, I mean, well, once you all of your collective turns are over anyway, more enemies are going to spawn. So, and then you'll reroll no matter what. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Mhesse, you're going to hack as well, right?
Yes.
You're going to do that with these 2 dice. What are your 2 dice? What's the total?
Well, now I didn't use the other one because it was only ended up being one
So
bush.
pick your best 2. If you do a 10
so
plus,
5 and a
it's
3.
a 5 and a 3. And what's your hack?
Hack is that's the
Well,
modifier,
it's
right?
discipline, yeah. Which so I have your sheet up here. It's 0.
It's 0, yeah.
So you have an 8 total, unless you want to use any better better die.
No, because I rolled 1 5 and 2 and 3 3s.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So the 8 is the best you can do. Unless you,
Unless I
you could.
combine 3 dice.
No, it's got to be
Well,
2.
you
But you can
can't.
bank 1 now and use the hack action next turn if you want.
Sure. Yeah, I can bank the 5 and try again next turn.
Okay. Whiskey. Or no. Yeah, Whiskey. You go. Now, is there anything you want to do with your 2 dice?
No, I'll bank the 6. I'll plan to re-roll the 4.
Mm-hmm.
And he just darts out, grabs Hermes, and pockets him, saying, "Good job, stay safe," and gets back into his safety bush.
Okay. All right. So all of you are staying in the bushes.
Yes.
And Neph no longer has a bush. I believe that she threw
No
hers.
bush, but I am staying here.
No, I mean I can.
I threw mine.
I don't know.
You try and take cover behind this console here.
Yeah, I was planning on. You know what? I don't want to. I don't want to mess with things in the middle of the game. But would anybody mind if I made it a little more close quarters?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So the way I gotta do this, I think it's actually cell width. So cell width, instead of being 70 pixels, I gotta make it. This way it feels a little more cozy. Let's see if this did what I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
Did that make it more cozy?
Yes.
Okay, so technically, well, you'd probably be a little bit bigger, but it looks so funny, and all of you are so little, running around in this big. What does that make the distances then? Let's take a peek at that. I don't want to.
Yeah, it looks like the distances are still showing up correctly on the ruler.
Yep. Okay, so now like the average room is going to be about a space across. Okay. Yeah. Does that feel right for like an office setting?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't want to do anything unfair. I just was throwing the maps together at the very last second. So and here we can even make everybody a little bit bigger if you guys want to resize yourselves. Whoop. Oh no.
Big.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you hold down Alt when you drop your character, you can drop them like not on the grids. So where you put them that's up to you. Let me delete all of the Cabal that I just made, and then I will make them regular size.
Of course.
Okay. So all of you are staying put in the exact same spot.
Yeah, I feel like heading out into the hallway is going into where there's a lot of them, whereas right now they have to come to us through a choke point.
Okay, fair enough. So there, I deleted all of them, because I didn't want to have to make them bigger. So I had a bunch of them kind of scattered about, and some of them are in secret places, and so let me move the ones.
You know what I just pictured? If Whiskey and Hermes had hacked as well into the vending machine to make all the drinks fall out like all at once, and the Cabal that are walking are just tripping on all these cans.
Oh, that would be so funny.
You just hear like a bunch of fall damage and like thuds.
Well, you got
still
a
plenty of
couple more.
time.
So yeah. All right. So Cabal are moving in. So there had been. I'm gonna drop some of these Cabal.
Oh Lord, they big now.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
The regular size now. Okay. So these Cabal. Who are the
Small
Cabal?
size, but they seem much bigger to me.
Where's my Cabal sheet? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Cabal are going to move in. They're going to rush in. Let's see. Everybody is kind of hiding, but you're all just behind bushes and stuff. So
Yeah. No one's
like
stealthed. This is just
with enough, like if you had stayed quiet and they didn't know anybody was in here, 1, 2, 3, 4. They can get in there too. 1, 2, 3, failings.
There's fear in the hall. I'm afraid.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Cabal attack. All right. So let's see. We're gonna have. I'm gonna do kind of counterclockwise as God intended. So Legionary is going to attack with Wristblade on Mhesse. Mhesse, you are going to take 25 kinetic damage from the Wristblade of this Cabal.
Yikes.
That is another. That's going to be 25 to Whiskey as well.
whiskey.
Yeah. And if I'm adjusting everybody's in Roll20, but if you want to adjust it yourself, that's a-okay by me too. And Neph, you're gonna get the same action. Yeah, you're gonna get the same thing. Which is let me roll that because I touched it. Wow, they are messing everybody up. So that's gonna be 25 damage to Neph as well. And then this one has the best line of sight on Mhesse, the one in the hallway. So they're gonna make a close quarters slug shotgun shot. And that's that's a 6 on Mhesse. So Mhesse, you are going to take 30 solar damage as well.
So
Yeah, you're getting beat up here.
karma.
Okay. As it was the enemy's turn, all of you should have re-rolled your 4d6.
Yes.
I hope you did because I forgot to remind you.
Except for the
but
one I banked, right?
Yes, if you banked
Yeah.
one, that gets put off to the side. You re-roll the rest of them, and that joins your pool after the reroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone mind if I take the first action? I've got
No, go ahead.
something. All right, so this is just like, I am not telling Jackal that we failed at this, and whips out his fusion rifle, which I've flavored looks like the Darkblade Spite from Destiny 1, the one that's all covered in like hive stuff.
Okay.
And charges up a shot against the Cabal directly in front of him. So let's roll for that. That's 4, so it's a hit. I spent 6, so that's 61, and I think that the leftover, if I remember correctly, goes into the one that's within 1 square of it.
Yep. Yeah, it goes to one enemy within, or I guess it's overflow. So it's any enemies within, as you kind of like fan the spray. I guess I don't know if that's the right terminology for it.
Mm-hmm.
Dealt to it does say dealt to another target within 25 spaces. So I guess technically it's only one. But so this one is deleted in front of you, and the next one takes what, 21?
If it's, I dealt 61 damage.
Okay, so 40, and then it takes 21.
Okay. And then he'll move up slightly onto the now charred corpse. Apparently I'm behind that. There we go. Onto the now charred corpse of the previous Cabal, and charges up again firing at the one on Neph.
Okay.
Another 4, and I had exactly 6 for that one too, so that's another 61, which should kill both of the remaining ones if my math is right.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So that had 40, and he had 19 left. So now it has -2, and then thus is dead.
And then dropping the Darkblade Spite back into hammer space, pulls out his bow and fires at the last one, which I think is a little too close, but we're gonna deal with the shifted hit spectrum on it.
Exactly. So it'll shift up 2 now. So a miss had previously been 1, so now a 3 or below is a miss, and you cannot precision.
That's a miss. That's a 2.
Okay, cool. So this Cabal, an arrow whizzes. So the Cabal is in front of you, wrist blade out. An arrow whizzes past your head, in between the two of you, and pins itself to the wall. Kind of boom. That's whiskey, right? Any other
That's
dice
whiskey.
or any
Nope,
other
that's all.
movement?
No, he's gonna stick there. The bush wasn't providing much cover.
More emotional support, I think.
Yes. Emotional
Yeah,
support.
but at least here, he can't be seen until someone comes into the door.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Neph and Mhesse, one of you gets to go next. That's between you who it is.
Would you like to go next?
I can, but I was gonna say, since I took away a little bit of your thunder with my bow shot earlier, you may absolutely go first. Aw.
You did wonderful. There's no thunder stolen at all.
Okay,
So please go first. Defend yourself.
perfect, because I would very much like to fusion this Cabal in the face.
Yeah.
Yes. And Mhesse is wearing her helmet, but if she could have raised her eyebrow at the shot that whizzed past her head when Whiskey shot at her, she did, but nobody saw it. But you can tell just by the way she like tilted her head towards him, like, oh god, okay, just my luck. So she pulls out her fusion rifle, and I'm using 1 die for this since I got a 6, so now I'm just gonna roll and see what I get. That's 0 is a miss, 6 is precision. I got a 2, it's not a miss.
Okay.
And then 55, and I used the 6, so that's 61.
It
61. Yep.
You successfully killed this Cabal, so you have 3 dice left. What are you doing?
Can I now use my... Oh, we've got that one Cabal that's outside the room, though. We wouldn't be able to see that, right?
You can hear that there are more Cabal out there, but I think only Neph would have any kind
Clear
of chance
shot.
of seeing it.
Yeah, or a clear shot at it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I will remind all of you, but you can heal as well.
Oh, that's right.
You cannot heal quickly, but you can heal.
And
then I know you wanted to hack. I don't know if you still want to do that based on your die.
I would be able to, because I rolled 2 6s and a 5 this turn.
Oh,
So
nice. All right. Wow,
which
you're
works out.
loaded. That'd be a super on
Well,
a
I
regular
went from the full spectrum. I went from like almost a 0 roll to the other end of the spectrum. Can I use? Should I use the dice I have in the bank? Can I use it, or is like
Yes, you can. So that
Okay.
returns to your pool after you roll the rest of them.
Okay, perfect. So I will use the 5 and the 5 that I got this turn, and the 1 that I got previously for a total of 10.
Okay, for the hack.
Would mean for the hack, yeah.
Okay, so Medi pops out and So it's like, I'll get right on that. I don't know how Medi talks, but Medi gets to work.
Perfect.
Okay.
I think with probably Medi would talk with like a little bit of exasperation because it's messy. They've got
Okay.
and some sass, I think, thrown in there. Yeah.
Okay. Do they have a particular voice? Does
None that I've thought of.
Okay. Standard ghost voice then for now until corrected. But yeah, Medi's like, I'll do it. You know we're in the middle of combat right now, right?
I know.
Okay. Just thought I'd remind you.
There's no time to waste.
Okay. Eyes up, Guardian. And Medi starts to hack this little terminal. And he's like, okay, I'm getting into the Vanguard network now, running full diagnostics, and they'll have their diagnostics done next round, or I guess it depends, but no immediate sign of progress just yet. But they're out and about, floating around.
And
That
then
takes 2 dice. You have 1 dice left. 1 die
yes.
left.
Can I move just a little bit to cover where's Medi? Like
Medi is going to be right in front of the terminal. So
okay, could I move I guess here to cover them?
Sure. Yeah. Probably even better cover would be right next to
Perfect. If I can move
Whiskey.
there. Yeah,
Yep.
without
Yeah.
does he use a die or no?
No, that doesn't use a die. You get effectively 4 spaces. So each space is a quarter space.
Oh,
If
okay, perfect.
that makes sense.
It is like close quarter rooms. I was not sure. Perfect. And then I'm gonna use my last die to heal. So I'm gonna use 6 plus 6 to heal.
Okay. So I just input that in roll 20. So you heal 6. You should have 51 health right now, if my math is right.
Correct.
Okay, Neph, what are you doing?
Yeah. Okay, so if I were to take a step over here, that would put him, he would still be in close range, or would that put him in medium?
That would be still within, that's short range.
That's short range.
So
Okay.
close range is in a space immediately next to you.
Gotcha.
And then within one space is that's the close medium boundary.
That's the trouble I have keeping up with is the
Yeah,
close
I'm sorry.
medium spaces. I'm just not used to it yet, but I'm learning, trying.
We all
Okay, so if I wanted to hit him with my grenade launcher and I'm not within full medium range, that is going to raise my hit spectrum from 0 to 2 or 0 to 3.
It would raise it 0 to 2, but
0 to 2.
because
Okay.
they are a space away, they're on the cusp
They're on that
of
cusp.
both.
Okay.
So that would be medium range. Just the edge
Okay.
of it.
Perfect. So I would like to smack him with a grenade to hopefully his face.
Okay.
Since
Roll me a shot. Grenade launcher is a 0 miss and cannot be precise, so it actually just hits. And this is a phalanx, so they have more health. So
cool.
what's your DX on that?
So I spent a 5 and a 1. So 2 dice.
Okay, so you spent 6 total.
6 total to get it, yeah.
So you do 30 plus 6. So 36 damage.
36. Yeah.
Okay. You explode him, or you throw a grenade at him. He doesn't explode fully. But he does get hurt. And you do hear another Cabal behind him also get hit in the blast and is inconvenienced. And I'll put them up on the board. Yeah, and you kind of shuffling, moving from here to here. You could probably pop let me see, that's 36. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you launch your
Cool.
grenade. You hit him.
Yes.
You should have 2 dice left. What else you got?
Yes, I am going to hit him with some hand cannon damage. So I'm going to put both the dice in there to get 2 rounds, which should be 4 shots total. Because it's 2 shot per die.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm gonna roll and hopefully see what I.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a precision on the first hit.
Nice.
Which would be it's 8 plus 6. Doubled because it's precision.
You put
So
a 6 in.
yes,
Yeah.
I put a 6
As
in.
one of your die was a 6?
Yes, one die was a 6, and then the other die is a 3.
Okay, so 8 plus 6 times 2 is math. That's what, 14 times 2? 28? Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that actually, you kill it.
Tight. Okay, so I have a second shot on that die. I don't really have a clear line of sight on the guy behind him, though. So
You can kind of
I
pop up
can.
here.
Yeah. So I went 1, 2. I could move. Can I clamber over those boys there? That I
Yeah.
went
I'm
for?
not gonna charge you
Yeah.
extra movement for it, but you can get there, and then you'd still have one like quarter space of movement left, so you would be able to go to any space adjacent.
Okay. So I'll move
Hold on,
up
let me.
right here.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Let me just move all of you to the front.
Okay. Cool.
Right now.
All right. So I will shoot him unless being out here shows me someone closer to me to shoot.
No, it's not gonna show
Okay.
you anything closer, but you can
Perfect.
see more of them on the way.
Love that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lay into the guy that already took a little grenade damage with the second hit, which is a 5, which I think is still precision.
Yep, that is
For
still
hand cannon.
precision.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that is another. What did we say? Was it 24? Is that the
Yeah.
math was?
Okay.
Yeah.
They had 5 health left, so you killed them.
Cool.
Mhm.
And then I guess I'll take my last 2 shots on this guy that I can see down here.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, don't think that's very good. Yeah, I'm pretty
Wouldn't.
sure that's gonna be a miss. Where's my
Is it a
hand
1?
cannon at? Yes, it is a 1.
A 1
Yes,
is a
that is a
miss. I think.
miss. So
Yeah.
then
So the first shot
last
whizzes
shot,
by.
and then the last shot is a 5. So another precision hit. So a big ol' whiff to a drawing into the head there, and that is
Okay.
8 plus 3 doubled. So 11 doubled would be 22.
Oh, math. Okay. Minus
Yeah.
another 11. Okay, cool. They're still up, but not happy.
Yeah. And
Okay.
that is all of my die, all of my turn. And if I have that little quarter movement, I'll just boop. Get a
Okay.
little
So
cover.
just pop right back in.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I'll go ahead and tell them there's more in the hallway down below. So
Okay. So let's see. So enemy's turn, because I think everybody's gone. Roll your your d6s again. Your 4d6, unless you banked anything. And now let's have these move. 2, 3, 4.
How's the vending machine after Neph's grenade?
Oh,
Cola gushes like blood from.
Yeah, that's
Water
exactly what's
gushes
happening. Yeah,
everywhere.
you hear, you heard the sounds of violent can ejection, and now it's seeping cola.
Violent can ejection. Oh my god. Floors are gonna be sticky.
Yeah. B was saying they launch around the hallway because they're pressurized.
Just cans zooming everywhere.
This this phalanx is going to, I don't know. Yeah, make a barrier to protect his friends. And then these ones are going to move. They're actually going to move a little bit further with the rest of their movement. The hallway's getting a little crowded though, so they can't move past that. These two are going to take shots, so we're going to get a shot. One shot at Whiskey from a slug shotgun, and then a shot at Neph from the same. So Whiskey, they both were 3s actually, so it doesn't matter who gets what, because you're both going to take another 15. You're going to take 15 solar damage.
15.
Mm-hmm. So Neph should be at 60. 60. We're both at 60 actually. Mhesse is still at 51. And yeah, they're just kind of gathering at this point. It's probably not good considering grenade launcher, but I don't know if any of them really saw that happen other than these two. And they're Cabal, so they're super military tactical geniuses, but also they're space rhinos. So
Wish I had rolled one higher for this turn. A rocket would be great.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be them for now. I'm gonna kick it back to you folks.
Anyone got bright ideas to start off the thing with?
I think Neph is in a great position to fire some grenades out there.
I definitely have the ability to lob a couple out there. So I can happily take a step back and just kind of fire off a couple of shots into that group.
Yeah. Are these halls tall enough that the grenades can get lobbed over top of the phalanx shield even when it's extended?
Are the hallways tall enough? You know what? I'll say sure, but I will say that is going to increase the hit spectrum as though it were a step further.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah. So not impossible, just a little harder.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. I'm down to do that. If you guys want me to go first, I'm happy to.
That sounds great.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, go ahead. Have fun.
Cool. Yeah, explode things. It's in my nature.
Be
apparently.
safe.
Okay, so let's see. Do I need to take a step back? Or are we good right here, trying to lob over, and maybe like center it on this guy?
Who are you're trying to center it where?
Ooh, maybe I think line of sight. I'd probably have to center it on him. I don't think I can really see that guy.
Yeah, that you would probably have to target that for.
Perfect. I'm down. Yeah. Okay. And then do I need to take a step back? One.
You're within. Okay. Yeah, that's on the cusp.
I'm good
medium,
here.
So
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, I'm gonna roll, and I need to beat a 2 or a 3.
You need to. Rolling a 1 or a 2 is a miss, so you need to.
Gotcha.
3 or higher.
3. Barely at a 3.
So... Oh, okay. Darn. All right. So, let me just adjust their health. Okay. So the first shot, how much damage did you do?
That is 30 plus 6.
Okay, so 36 damage. Yeah. So they, you hit 2 of them with that damage. They're both still up, but they're both on the way out. Or they're both not doing so well, I guess I should say. All right. So you've had how many? You've got dice left. I've got
another. So that was 1 die. I have 2 more to make 6 again. To throw a second one.
Okay. To do the same thing.
Same thing. So we're gonna see if I can
All
Hopefully
right.
roll a 3 or better.
Fingers crossed.
We'll go with another 3 because that seems to be all I can roll.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yep, rolled
Okay.
a 3.
Cool. Well, so that's great. So you
So-
do another, what, 33 points of damage?
Yes.
Or no, I'm sorry,
36.
36.
Yeah, because it's 6 to do it at all. Yeah.
Okay, so this Cabal has negative 12 health, and this Cabal has negative 32 health, and they're dead, and that shield drops. Let me delete those. There you go.
Cool.
Okay.
Um.
And here, let me I guess I can leave them. They're not hurting anybody.
And
Is
I
the
have...
battlefield too cluttered? Do you want me to remove the dead ones?
No.
Still able to make sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
fine. I think I will use my last die to heal up, which should be 1 times the dice. So that'll be 4. So I'm gonna heal up 4 points.
Okay. So you're up at 64. Do you want to move?
Maybe I'll take a step back just to bring a little more distance. But
Okay.
I think that's it.
All right. We have Mhesse and Whiskey. Who's next?
I've got an idea of what to do. So Whiskey's gonna step into the doorway.
Guardian! Get him!
And once again levels the fusion rifle, charging it up, and we'll fire at the one just south of me.
Oh no! All right.
That's a 6, so that's precision.
Oh no!
Oh, deleted.
Rip to that guy.
Murder.
So yeah, that's 122.
Not
Okay.
well,
He has negative 104 health.
not a single
Yeah,
particle left.
yeah,
No,
it's a shame that
he's
I'd say it's
eradicated.
within 0.25 of the target, not within 0.25 of me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a shame.
Mm.
I've got enough to do bow shots from here.
Okay.
So that one in the door gets to live for now, but are the other ones... what if the other ones are within medium to long? Are all 3 of those medium to
So
long?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they should all be medium to long.
Okay. I guess we'll go with the phalanx on the left then.
Okay.
And I've got 3 bow shots because these dice can't be used for much more than that. So that's a 3 on the first shot, so that'll be 21 damage.
Okay. 21 damage. All right. Okay. 21 minus 21. Okay.
Second shot, same target. It's another 3, so another 21.
On the same one?
Same one, yep.
Okay. Minus 21. All right. It goes down.
Goes down, okay. And I'll aim the last shot at the legionary there.
Okay.
And that's a 2. That one was a 3 on the dice. That's 23.
Okay.
How much movement do I have left? I've only
You
moved
have
0.25.
three spaces, 3/4 spaces.
1, 2, 3 down here. So I've got not too many eyes on me.
Okay. All right. Mhesse, what's up?
I'm going to peek out and also fire my bow. Finish these guys off.
Okay.
Right
For the
here.
ones up north?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that Is that good? That's good enough for a bow shot, yeah?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
a bow shot will
I
be
was fine
fine for
with-
the two up top, but you'd have a penalty for the one right next to you.
Oh, I thought that one was. Oh, there's another one on top.
Yeah. So right now there's
Oh.
3. Yeah, 3 that you can see for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the one I was lamenting that it was 0.25 from the target, not 0.25 from me.
Oh. Okay. I will use 2 dice here to get a 6, and I'll use my fusion for that. For that one cabal.
Okay. So fusion on that one first. How much damage?
Yes. Let's see.
Or I guess you roll. Do you? Fusions don't miss, do they? Not
No.
at that range.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do at least 55 damage to it. It only has 40 health, so it's
I got
dead.
2, so yeah.
So 61. 40 minus 61. It has negative 21 health, and you kill it. Now it's dead.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So now there are only 2 remaining in the immediate vicinity right now.
Okay, I will use my 1 day for bow shot, and then I'm gonna roll a 6. So that's precision. So that's, let me just see for the bow again. 20 plus 6, 26 times 2.
On the
boy.
first one? On which one?
Legionary and a phalanx.
Yeah.
Probably. I was aiming for this one, but now I got a precision shot, so it's tempting to hit the one in the back.
If you were aiming for it, you gotta.
I know, no, this one. So that one's 26 times 2, so I'm pretty
Destroyed.
sure it's
Yeah.
Very good.
destroyed.
It's
Yeah.
really cool though.
Very cool.
Right in the eye.
And then I'll use my last die for another bow shot for the one in the back.
Okay.
That was 3, so that's math 23. 23.
Okay. They're still up, but just barely.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I will.
You have any more dice?
I do not. So I
Okay.
will use the last of
You
my
have 2
space.
quarter space.
Yeah. I'll go back and cover Medi.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
that was going to wrap up this round, the hack, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So let me. You put a 10 in a hack, right? 10 plus.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you navigate or activate the systems undetected with ease. Okay. So Medi is going to say to you, I have good news and bad news and good news and bad news. What do you want first?
Is any of it immediately relevant to what we're doing now?
No,
Damn.
not immediately, but it is important. I'll start with some good news.
Okay, well, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I'm not detecting any cabal in the Vanguard networks right now.
And what's the bad news?
I am
I don't like
detecting
how
the
you said
Vex.
right now.
Oh! The Vex.
Yes.
What's the badder news?
Well, for context, let me give you the next good news. I've slowed them down and partitioned them off the Vanguard network. The bad news is I cannot do that for long.
Okay.
That's
Her
it.
thoughts are just running like a million times a minute trying to cross. I just picture Mhesse standing there like with the think emoji, like,
Do you know where are they just amorphously in the system, Medi? Or are they like porting in somewhere, and do you know where that is?
With enough time, I could probably figure it out.
Okay. I don't. And she
But
just kind of like looks
I
at
don't know
Whiskey
if
and
we
goes,
have enough
"We
time.
have time. What do we do?"
Let's deal with the things trying to shoot us first.
Good point.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, so enemy's turn. In the immediate right now, yeah, you can all reroll. In the immediate right now, it's just going to be this guy, this one legionary or phalanx right here, who is actually going to see all of the carnage that has happened and is going to kind of start retreating
Nope.
to get
Oh.
friends. So they're going to back up and they are going to put their shield up. Let me draw that up here to defend themselves. Oh, I'm drawing a rectangle for some reason. Okay, that's fine. That'll get the job done. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So that's their turn. It's now your turn.
Mechanically, in game to deal with the shield, it's to get a precision hit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Why don't I pop off some bow shots then, since that's the right distance and has our best chance at a precision hit.
Okay.
Right, so pop back to our doorway of safety. Hey, a 5. That is exactly what we wanted to see.
Okay.
So
what's the damage?
Damage is going to be 46 after it's doubled.
Okay, so 46 after it's doubled. So the shield takes the brunt of the damage, and the shield is disabled, and they have 1 health left.
1 health. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go with another bow shot then.
Okay.
That's a 4, so it's standard hit, but it definitely deals more than 1.
Yeah. So I'd say they're dead. So they were planning on getting back up right now. So there's still an alarm going off. They know you're here somewhere still. And you know that there's probably Cabal forces at large throughout the rest of the tower, but you have a little bit of breathing room at the moment.
All right. It's not good that the Vex are in the network, but it feels like I don't know that one ghost is going to be able to hold off everything the Vex can throw at the network. Maybe we deal with the S.O.S.
Almost
first?
certainly not.
No.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we don't walk into wherever they are more than I don't know that we can stop them right now as we are.
No. And I'm not leaving Maddie behind.
No.
Absolutely not.
Thank you. That's good to hear. Maddie says.
All right. Let's get all of the ghosts in on this hack. See if we can triangulate where the Vex are to make sure that it's not the S.O.S. signal, and then keep moving before the other Cabal on this floor come to check out here.
Sounds good.
So I'll say, because there was a 10 before, I'm going to say as part of that same hack, Medi knows enough to know that wherever they're doing it from, it's not in this building. So it's not in any immediate terminals that you're walking into. Although that would be really cool. I wish I had thought of that, but I had different plans.
Right. In that case, maybe we follow up on that after we help whoever is in immediate danger in this building.
Yep. One thing at
Let's
a time.
do it.
All right. To the elevator, and be ready for a fight when the elevator gets where we're going.
Okay. So you pile into the elevator, move you all up. I guess the map is irrelevant at this point, once again. So you get to the elevator, you start descending 4 floors. to get to where you need to go. And I'm going to say this occurs uneventfully. You're able to kind of traverse all the way down. The firefight
Heal
was
up on the
pretty.
ride.
I'll say roll. You can roll 1d6 per floor. So roll 4d6 and heal that many. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's fine.
Whew. My dice like me. It's a 5, a 5, a 6, and a 6.
Nice.
What about the rest of you?
I got a total of 12.
Plus 12. Okay. So 64 plus 12 is 76 for Mhesse. Or for Neph. What about Mhesse?
That was enough. Oh, yeah, sorry. You have to roll 4d6, correct?
Yep.
Oh god, math is so hard. 4, 10, 15.
Okay, so everybody is at least 66 or higher. Cool. All right. That's how much damage I can do to you. All right. So you pop down the elevator. You hear the little ding as you reach the floor you're trying to reach. And Hermes says, "It's over this way," and directs you through a series of hallways, and you can immediately tell that this the branding, I guess, on this floor seems very much you see a lot of what is it? It's purples, reds, yellows, and whites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, purples, reds, yellows, and whites. Okay. And there things are labeled with FWC. As you make your way down these hallways, and you arrive at a room that is it's kind of like nestled away in the corner of this floor. And it seems like they're even surrounding it, like a large chunk of this floor has been dedicated to this room. If you were to look at a map, it wouldn't it's definitely not really like office space or anything. It's something else, something more weird. And yeah, you get to a door, and Hermes says, "This is where it's coming from."
Any sign of the cabal around?
There are dead cabal scattered about, and the same kind of debris and stuff, but no immediate threats that you can tell.
Great.
I guess if you'd like to do a little bit more in depth beyond that, you could investigate if you so desired.
Sure, why not? Rolling dice is fun.
Yeah, we love rolling dice.
A 9.
9. Okay, and you get another free question. So you could ask, are there any threats? You could ask, is there anything hidden here? What's the biggest weakness? I already asked this. You already said this before or made the joke. You could ask what my favorite color is.
Let's go for, can I hear anything beyond the door?
Yes. So you approach the door, and it's one of those cool electric open doors that the tower has around in some places, like an automatic door with the glass kind of fogged over, and you hold your ear to it, and you can kind of hear like a mechanical humming, and it sounds like there's machinery in here, and you hear you're on the 9, right? So that's good, bad. You don't think you hear anything else, and then you kind of hear like what sounds like shuffling, like just movement, like somebody is kind of waiting somewhere in the room and like just moved slightly. A little foot scuff or something. So there's somebody in there, you think, but you don't know who or what.
All right. Whiskey's gonna knock on the door and say, "Guardian's here. We're answering the distress call."
Okay, cool. So you say this, and you kind of hear there's a beat, like a little pause, and you hear like hushed discussion. You hear voices on the other side, and it sounds like they're kind of like discussing and debating. And then you
He'll
hear
speak up a second time and say, "The Cabal wouldn't bother knocking."
they have a point, you hear. And then the door opens up, and it reveals a room that you can choose to step inside if you so desire. And you see immediately, like person-wise, you see in the room are two figures. There is a human male, also like wearing the same colors that you found, the purples, the reds. I guess it's orange more, purple,
FWC
orange.
regalia.
The Future War Cult regalia, yeah. And human with a weapon, a gun, some may say, and you see an exo as well. And the exo is wearing kind of like a purple, like I guess is that a robe she's wearing? Purple tunic. Oh, oh, you're talking about that. I was talking about underneath, but I guess around her neck it would be a sari. Would be an orange sari with the FWC on it. She's donning purples, whites, yellows. She has a silver and red exo faceplate, I guess. I don't know if any. I mean, I'm sure you'd all probably recognize her if you spent any time in the tower. This is Lakshmi 2. And she kind of addresses. I don't know who's going in, if anybody.
Yeah, Whiskey will go in.
Okay. Did anybody else follow?
I think Neph is
Absolutely.
kind of staying at the doorway, like not quite in, not quite out.
Okay.
Mhesse's gonna be Whiskey's backup.
Okay. So Whiskey and Neph head inside, I'm sorry, Whiskey and Mhesse head inside. Neph's at the door.
Yeah, I'm kind of keeping watch for anything coming.
Keep
that way.
mixing up the disaster hunters.
Well, we are a pair.
Yeah.
Not separate.
I wouldn't say that. I also think you're also the only two awoken we have as far as player characters. I think everybody else is an exo.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was an
Oh
awoken
no!
on the other team.
Oh, Reth. I'm sorry. Well, you're this team's only awoken. That's a very huge gulf between the three of you.
Who's an awoken? Oh,
Huh?
Neph.
I am.
3 awoken and the rest are exos.
Mm-hmm.
I like how we have no human representation across either party.
I thought for a second, Mhesse and Neph were the only awoken, but Reth is also awoken. I was mistaken. But no humans, though. Humans are boring.
Yeah, I already know what it's like to be a human.
That's fair. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so, but regardless, I do think it's very funny how we have the Bush is chaos incarnate, and then is the opposite of that. The opposite, if you will. So Lakshmi, she steps forward and addresses all of you, really, because Neph you're not hiding, right? You're just at the door.
No, I'm not hiding.
Okay, so she says, Guardians, thank you so much for coming. We knew someone would come, but we didn't. Admittedly, we might have been losing hope. Um, is it just you three?
I'm afraid so. Well, we've got one higher up working on the ship that we managed to get here, and you're aware of what's happening out there, yes?
Yes. We here at the Future War Cult had knew this day would come for a long time. We tried to warn others, but our words were not taken with enough seriousness. We didn't know it would be today, but we knew it was coming.
So why the SOS? Why haven't you all evacuated or taken the fight to the Cabal? I'm not quite sure what your plan was in this instance.
This here, we returned here to protect the device. This is its location.
Wait. This is the device.
Beyond these doors, and she kind of points back to a smaller, or to like a smaller set of doors, kind of behind. Yes, no sense in being coy about that now.
Out of like an old habit more than actual thing, Whiskey kind of brings his hand back like he's bringing hair back, but obviously he's got a helmet on and he's an exo, so he doesn't even have the hair there anymore. It's like, okay, this just became a lot more interesting and important.
There are normally more security features in place, but the Cabal have weakened some of them.
I'm sure that their Vex buddies have been helping with that too.
And she kind of looks at you quizzically, and she says, "I'm sorry, did you say the Vex?"
Oh yeah, not sure how they're doing it, but they're allied on this attack. In fact, her ghost knows that they're currently working their way through the Vanguard network too.
Yeah, and so Medi kind of pops up. And says, the Vex are here, all right. I've seen them. And Lakshmi kind of takes this. She seems almost surprised. She's very good at maintaining her composure no matter what. But this seems, you sense like a small shift in her demeanor. And she says, "This is very interesting, Guardian. This is very, very bad. Perhaps some more glimpses into the future are necessary to determine what is changed and what can be done about it."
I don't know that we have time for you to go walking through the futures.
No, I imagine not. There are other ways, other opportunities elsewhere in the system. You recommend we leave now, you say?
I think so. We know that the Cabal are sweeping this building. We've run into at least a couple of their forces. It seems you all have been dealing with some as well.
Yes.
Is it possible they're here for the device?
This could be the case. Its location is kept relatively secret and is occasionally moved to prevent things such as this. But if they have the Vex with them, there is no telling what is possible or not. Guardians, give me time to prepare. Not very long, only a few moments. I will prep what I can. I will disable the device just in case. And then we can
That
go.
seems wise.
Okay.
Whiskey's going to turn back to the others and say, all right, let's set up some sort of a watch while they're wrapping things up here. I don't want to be surprised by anything falling on this area.
Agreed.
Seconded.
Okay, so I'm going to say that is going to be, while we give Lakshmi some time to kind of set everything up, give me a quick protect group action.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever leads can lead, and then add the highest multiplier or modifier. Excuse me.
I know
I think
one
that's
of
three
the
with a +1.
yeah, I think the +1 is the high one. Do we want Whiskey heading this off again since he's been kind of point for the group at the moment?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Whiskey being the level-headed warlock, you know, bringing
Yeah,
the balance
the
to the
balance
force.
to the chaos. That is an 8. So not the best, not the worst. Once again.
Okay, an 8. Got it. Sweet. So an 8 is a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. So what we're going to do here with that's with the +1, correct? I guess it doesn't
Yes,
matter
with the
either way,
+1.
because,
Yeah.
8 + 1 is still a 9 anyway. Okay, so some good, some bad. Okay, got it. So you take the time to kind of set up the like a little bit of a perimeter. You're on the lookout for a cabal down here, ready to attack if need be. Lakshmi and her human compatriot, whose name I don't think you got.
Nope, didn't ask. Get it
Yeah.
later if he survives.
That's fair. She goes off to sabotage the device. And she doesn't take that much time, actually. She had, I mean, this has obviously been a possibility for her that she would have to do this anyway. So she was prepared for any situation, whether she had time to look into the futures or not. So we're going to say she takes about 5 minutes to do this thing. And she says,
"Is that enough time for us to heal?"
To what? Yeah, you do. Oh,
Is
yeah,
that
you would all heal. You would all heal up all the way.
nice?
Yeah, so you're back up to 100 for everybody. What time is it? 10:48. We're running on. Okay. Alrighty. So, she kind of goes over to you, Whiskey, and she says, "Guardian, there's one more thing that I must do before we can leave, but it will trigger the alarm. So, be ready."
All right, fast exfil, got it. Hermes, can you reach Aiko?
I can try. And Aiko is Jackal's ghost, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hermes concentrates really hard. You can see Hermes' little eye squinting. He says, "He's or Aiko is just at the cusp of my range. What do we need to say?"
We're about to exfil. It's going to be loud. Be ready.
Okay. And Hermes relays the message. Kind of crackles a little bit, and not sure if the whole message got across, but the idea hopefully did. And then, as you know, he's like, "I'll try again as we get closer." just to make sure. But it sounds, and Aiko responds actually, and says through crackling, just we'll be ready. And with that, Lakshmi pulls the plug, so to speak, and the alarms in the tower, in this quadrant, are going full blast. Bah, bah, bah. The lights start flickering red. I guess the alarms probably would have gone off already, but they had gone. They go off again. I was like, "Cause the
They go
tower's been
extra
attacked."
hard.
Yeah, now they might have been disabled, or they hit their like time out, I guess. But either way, sensors have been tripped. Cabal are on the way, and she says, "We're ready. Let's go."
All right, move out. Guess stairs are our best bet. I don't want to be stuck in an elevator when the doors open.
No, probably not.
Okay. So I don't what I'm going to do, I guess, is oh, you know what? Let's do clocks. And we were just talking about these the other day
We
where
were
we
just
don't
talking about them,
use clocks enough. And it's almost 11, so I want to get you back up to the ship, and I want to do it relatively quickly. So we're going to do clocks.
Okay.
So we're going to have you moving through the tower, and you are going to be doing like little what are effectively skill challenges, like heroic actions and stuff like that, in order to fill out a series of clocks. So I'm going to have
As we're heading to the stairs, Whiskey's going to turn back to Lakshmi and say, "I don't suppose you lot prepared any secret passages through here, did you?"
let's see. Let's roll. Let's do I'm gonna do a fortune roll.
It's like I wouldn't expect Dead Orbit or the New Monarchy to do that, but the Future War Cult, maybe.
So you can actually, I'll have you roll because this is your idea. You give me a 2d6 roll and do. We're gonna add. It's gonna be It'll be. Add me plus 2 to that.
Plus 2?
Because it's coming from the Future War Cult.
So 6 and a 1, or sorry, 5 and a 1 on the die, so 8.
So 8 total. Okay.
8 total.
So Lakshmi says to you, we have a series of tunnels and entrances and exits throughout the tower, but they do intersect with the more public common areas as well. So we can stick to those as best we can.
I think that's for the best. I don't think the Cabal know about them yet. Hopefully.
Okay. Cool. So secret, because the towers are all kind of winding, weird buildings that don't really make much sense, to be honest. At least in the games, they don't. So
yeah, and we fought our way through one tower already, and that was a very strange thing with cleaning equipment that tried to kill you, and or whatever it was Trevor was supposed to be.
Oh, right. Yeah. So, Lakshmi starts leading you through one of these like hidden passageways. She kind of walks up to a wall and kind of scans a little like pass, and like a door opens, and you can kind of start navigating through, snaking your way through the tower. I have filled in your clocks. So I have, I'm doing 2 clocks. I'm doing Heroes Escape and Enemies Attack, or not enemies attack, but enemies overwhelm, I guess, is the way I would describe it. So for anybody who doesn't know what a clock is, it's a pizza pie, basically. It's a circle divided up into segments, and as you accomplish or as you do things, one of the pizza pies will get filled up, and as you fail things, the other pizza pie will fill up. And if either one of these pizza pies fills up all the way, one of those two things happens. So heroes escape or enemies overwhelm. Enemies overwhelm will probably end in a big combat, and heroes escape will have you successfully flee. So I have filled in with a 8+. I have filled in heroes escape 1, and for this one, actually I'm going to fill in heroes escape twice and enemies overwhelm once. Okay, so you got a little bit more positive than negative on that, but it was a mixable. You start snaking through the future war cult secret passageway, and Lakshmi says, we've reached the end of this passage. The next one is further down. I do not know what dangers will be lurking. And I'm going to say this is also climbed up 2 floors. So you had 10 floors. So you've now climbed up 2 floors. So you're on the 8th floor. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And she kind of leads you. There's another doorway, and she says, if we open this door, we will be back in the common tower areas.
All
Do
right.
one of you want to go, or shall I send Dimitri?
No, no need to. While we might be without the light, I think we're still better equipped than Dimitri. No offense.
None taken, Dimitri says. Or at least less offense than a bullet would give me.
That's fair. All right. Eyes up.
Eyes up.
As we
Okay.
go out.
So you poke your head out the door. The door kind of like opens up, and you poke your head out, and you are in. You are in a room. It seems to be like a weird, like a conference room almost, actually. And looking immediately out, you don't see any cabal immediately. But as you make your way to the door, to the conference room, into the hallway, and Lakshmi kind of like gave you directions. The next point, you hear the sounds of cabal outside the door, kind of searching, looking about, and as you approach, you hear it sounds to be two cabal having a conversation just outside the door. And they are talking about how they think the Guardians are long gone, and it's not worth this anyway. All this for 3 lousy Guardians. But orders are orders, they say. And they have idle NPC conversation.
Are they like moving around the hallway outside, or are they like?
Oh yeah, they're like
out front of our door?
lazy. Yeah, they're taking a break. Do cabal smoke? They're whatever the equivalent of a cabal smoke break is. This is what it is. They're like they're refiltering their oil, their cabal oil.
They're flexing the guns that they have.
Yeah. So you've got 2 cabal at the door. How do you handle them?
Do we have we're pretty sure that there's only 2 here. Is there any way for us to see out without making a target of ourselves at the moment?
Can Neph and I sneak our way up to the Cabal, and can we use our knives
I was gonna say
to?
on par exactly with what I was
Is
thinking.
that what you were
So
thinking? To slice them?
yeah, if there's only 2, we just, take them out quiet.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I'm gonna say there's gonna be 2 different roles. I'm gonna say, Neph, you give me a hack as
Okay.
your ghost is going to be kind of hacking into the security network once again.
Mhm.
To Vim is doing this
Mhm.
to try to get eyes on these Cabal on the hallway
Okay.
outside. So
Cool.
give me a roll.
Okay. 2d6, right?
Mhm.
It's not good because I have a negative in that, so I'm pretty sure in
I'd say
hacking.
Whiskey's not good at the sneaking, but he'd be willing to help with the hacking if you want to have his modifier, which is a
Oh, wait.
+1.
I have a flat. Let's see. Where's hacking?
Discipline. But you can
Yeah, I have a negative.
you can add Whiskey's +1 to this.
All right, so then we are looking at 7.
7 total. Okay,
Yeah.
so a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. So I'm gonna fill in 1 block from each for this. You are able to get, so what this is going to do is this kind of uploads into Vim's system like the radio, the or not the radio feed, the video feed of this part of the tower. So Vim can now kind of help you target where there's going to be some Cabal and to avoid them, and so on. But because it's a 7,
Yeah.
a bunch of the cameras have been destroyed. Just the fighting and whatnot,
Yeah.
the destruction the Cabal have brought. So it's an incomplete map. So there will be times when this is not useful. But for now, easy enough to see 2 Cabal outside right now. There are Cabal in like in some adjacent hallways and kind of looking in some of the rooms nearby, but immediately just these 2 for now.
I like Messy's idea. If you want
Okay.
to-
So you 2 were going to sneak up and try
Yeah.
to take these Cabal out?
Mhm.
Okay, give me
Easy murder.
Mhesse leading the charge. Give me a this will be a traverse roll for sneaking, so mobility.
+1. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh! I don't. That's a
The good or the
4.
bad. Oh, no.
Oh no!
A 4 total? Oh no.
And y'all's dice just do not like traverse checks.
My
You know,
Okay.
it's kind
They
of what we
love the
should be good at.
combat checks, but like the traverse.
That's so funny. Okay, so I am going to, for your failure roll, I am not going to increase any hero's escape. That is going to be 2 enemies overwhelm pie charts. So you're still going to succeed. You're going to take out these Cabal, but they are going to alert all of the Cabal nearby, and you're going to have a bunch of Cabal set to attack you. I don't want to do, like I said, I don't really want to do combat. So we're gonna say you're gonna have Cabal chasing you. You're on foot. You're running away from the Cabal. Unless you really want to buckle down for a combat, I won't stop you. But I will say you can continue to make progress towards escaping if you so desire. Because there's a bunch of Cabal they're gonna keep coming.
Yeah,
No
I feel like narratively we don't want to get mired down in a combat because we've got 2 civilians right here.
I agree.
I think that's fair. So you describe to me you take out the Cabal, but it's really it's messy. Um,
Mhm.
Pun intended. And they alert others, and you can hear the scuffle of Cabal on the way. And Dimitri's like, perhaps we should go. Let's move now. So you start booking it to the next future war cult safe passage, we'll say. And as you're booking it through, the Cabal are hot on your tail, rushing kind of behind you. And there's a couple points where Vim kind of points out, oh, no, Cabal here. And you have to divert out of the way. And you are kind of ducking between hallways and hallways, left turn, right turn, left turn, right turn. And you make it finally to an intersection, we'll say, on the 8th floor. It's gonna be a T intersection. So you're gonna have an elevator, you're gonna have the stairs, and you're gonna have the future war cult secret passageway, one in each direction. So as a group, what do you want to do? We'll say stairs left, elevator dead ahead, future war cult, secret passageway to the right.
Are they close enough that I could hit the elevator button as a bluff while we take the future war cult hidden area?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Give me give me a connect roll for this. That's going to be with recovery.
Okay, I'll take that. That's another one of my +1 skills.
Yeah, you're trying to influence the thoughts and opinions of. I mean, well, you're not technically doing it, but you're trying to trick them a little bit. So
it's a mind game.
Yeah,
effectively. So nice. That's an 11.
Nice.
Okay, it succeeds. We're gonna give you some hero escape bubbles popped in. So right now, the way it is right now, you have 1 pie left for heroes escape, and you have 1 pie piece left and 2 pie pieces for enemies overwhelm. So we're gonna say you are able to throw off the Cabal that are immediately on your trail. You're able to get to the future war cult location. Lakshmi guides you this way. And you're able to take these tunnels, or this secret passageway. You duck into this room, you go inside, and it has its own secret elevator that's going to take you all the way up to floor number 2. And it is unfortunately going to, we'll say it's going to take you all the way up to actually level 1, and then it's going to stop there. And it's going to pop you up right here, effectively. So we're back on the map. We're on the map proper now. Do I have... I don't have, actually, as a token. But I do have my 2 blue dots. Blue dots.
Good old blue dots.
Perfect.
Good old blue dots. So this is a stairwell right here. This is effectively the 9th floor. And then the hangar is over here. So you pop up the elevator, and you make it to a secret little room offset, and you slide a little secret wall door open, and you find yourself very close to the what the fuck's it called? The outside landing.
The courtyard area.
Yeah, the courtyard. Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna say it is a little more populated than it was before. There's going to be a couple cabal kind of meandering. They're like on high alert at this point. They know you're still around, and some of them have like realized, oh, maybe they're going to go to the hangar. Who knows? Or at least they're prepping just in case. So there's a couple cabal kind of scattered about. The distance is obviously much greater. This map is not to scale at all. But there's a handful kind of floating about, milling about, and they're like raiding and stuff, breaking stuff, looking around, flipping over tables. So you're gonna have a good you're gonna have a good bit of cabal. And I'm going to say it's up to you how to navigate them. You could create a distraction. You could attack them head on. You could do whatever. I won't do combat yet, unless you mess up very badly. But for now, just know there is a cabal presence, scattered about. What do you do?
Do you guys want to try and redeem yourselves with another traverse roll to get through sneakily?
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking maybe I could, since we're currently unseen yet, if I could try and make a distraction like back towards the stairs that we would have originally gone down, that we, making it kind of seem like maybe we're coming up, or like that there's a ruckus maybe happening down there by like, I was thinking maybe trying to shoot a grenade shot, but I'd have to be pretty close to the stairs. But yeah, trying to like draw their attention while remaining out of sight.
Okay, sure.
Kind of
Give
go the
me
easier way through.
a traverse roll. This is going to be kind of enveloping that whole idea. This is
Yeah.
the stealth and all of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'm trying to choose dice that aren't gonna hate me.
can Neph add my +1 to her +1, or is that just +1 no matter what?
It's so I guess it's right now it's normally the highest, but I guess
Well, I rolled a 9, so with a +1
Nice.
would be a 10. So
Yes.
okay. Sure then. What is that with your +1
that's
or
so I rolled a 5 and a 4, and then which would be 9
okay.
plus my 1 would make it 10. So
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh yeah. Well, so you'd normally have a +1 anyway. So
yes.
either way, you accomplish this goal with gusto. Okay. So you know what? You tell me how this works.
Okay. I think Neph kind of just, hang on, and peels off, like gives her explanation of, I'm going to create a distraction, be ready to roll, and she's going to kind of peel off and go along the edges, kind of in the shadows as best she can. Can't really be invis, but drawing on that behavior and get as close to um, the stairs as she can without being seen, and just lob a grenade shot, kind of try to bank it off the wall and down the stairs a bit, so it sounds like it's on a floor or two below, that destruction is happening.
Okay. So you do this. You accomplish it
Yeah.
with great gusto. I'm gonna say you even like time the shot of the grenade to like some of the loud booming explosions coming from the city, to help kind of mask the sound a little bit. I don't know how much that
Yeah.
actually do, but whatever. So you boom, and the grenade rolls. It pops down the stairwell and explodes. And I'm gonna fill in the last hero's escape with that, with your 10 plus. So that loud noise draws the attention of the cabal outside, and they rush down the stairs, to go check it out, and they vanish, and that gives you enough for everybody to rush out. And at this point, you see Hermes. A lot of ums going on right now. Hermes radios to Aiko and says, like, we're here, we're ready. Get bird in the sky, bird in the air. And you see, as you walk off the hangar, your ship that you had commandeered is directly in front of you. Jackal at the helm, kind of got it exactly where you need to be, ready to go, ready to fly. And they kind of wheel it around and open up the hatch. And while this is happening, you're all running to the ship. A couple Cabal who didn't get to hear the grenade explosion or were not close enough to have any immediate effect notice you were running and notice the ship appearing, and they're not too keen on it, so they're going to kind of close in on you and try to attack you and your blueberries. What do you do?
Return fire while motioning for the blueberries to get on the ship.
Okay, cool. So you sidle down and you take fire. The rest of you, what are y'all doing? The other two.
Yeah, I think I would kind of follow suit and like lay down essentially cover fire. Just kind of that like as much of a spray of bullets as you can get with a hand cannon, but like just trying to
None of us have fast firing weapons.
Nope.
No.
We do
No,
not.
not really.
No.
Okay.
Kind of.
All right, Mhesse, what are you doing? Same thing?
Same, that's what I was picturing too. Just a couple
Okay.
of arrows. It takes time, but just arrows whizzing by.
Okay. So give me the last die roll of being on this tower. Give me a protect roll from
All of us?
whoever wants to lead.
I
And
haven't had good luck with that, so I'm
take
gonna.
Neph's +1 for this.
I guess I'll go ahead and roll.
I was like, I think all of us are like, no, it's dangerous.
My rolls have been horrible.
Yeah,
I'm great
Can
for
we
combat,
save
but
Dimitri?
this.
Hey, it's a 10 on the die. 2
See,
fires.
All right.
Let's go.
let's
So,
go.
Whiskey, narrate getting on the ship and protecting your 2 blueberries.
All right, so I figure kind of like 2 of us are off to the left, 1 off to the right, motioning the blueberries through and kind of acting as a wall as these Cabal are coming out from the various corridors. And rather than it being like a covering fire, because we've got such slow firing weapons, it's like each of us is taking our time, 1 shot, 1 kill. Just anytime something pops up, just take a breath, release a shot from the arrow or the hand cannon or what have you. And once the blueberries are on, we take a run for it to the cover of the ship ourselves.
Okay. So you take out all of the. Actually, you know what? Give me. I'm just gonna X them out. You take out all 3 Cabal, or all of these Cabal that are nearby, and you can hear. Yeah, you know what? Most of them went downstairs. So I don't know. Maybe there's a couple that are kind of that run up and then shake their fists at you, but they're far too far away to do anything anyway. You all jump onto this ship. Jackal is almost taking off even before you're all on there. So you kind of hop up at the last minute. They know you're capable. And the ship looks in much better shape than it was before, believe it or not. That little bit of extra time to patch it up seem to fix the repairs from the crash and even some from the explosion from the
My
very
hack
first.
job.
Yeah. So the you solved my tower puzzle. You have escaped the tower. You're so because of where you're at right now, you are at the edge of the city. If you'd like, you can escape the city's clutches and escape its danger and veer off into the wilds. Or I guess what you do is going to be up to you. Maybe you know what? We're gonna end it there. You fly away in an undetermined direction. We'll end it there, and I'll let you discuss. I'll let you discuss amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I like that. That way
with
Jackal
me.
gets to be in
Yeah.
the conversation.
I agree.
Yeah, and I mean we could,
Perfect.
so we don't necessarily have to just decide between games. We could just pick it up before next session, or we, if everybody's on the same page, we can have it done before then, and then I can prep for more specifics. But we'll see. But anyway, that's the game. Hooray! I hope y'all had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. We destroyed the device. We have an unknown elixir racist with us.
Disabled the device. Or Lakshmi did something to the device.
Lakshmi did something to the device.
She said she disabled it, and what that means is unclear. But yeah, you've picked up Lakshmi, who if this
Maybe
was
in this
before
timeline,
season
she's
of the
not.
Splicer, yeah, it would be better.
Yes.
I mean, also because of the magic of this game, you play a part in determining what she is, by your actions now. Get her some elixir friends, and maybe things will be different.
I did have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
I didn't want to interrupt in the middle, but being as new to being a guardian as Neph is, what kind of knowledge would she even have of the device as we have referred to it? Like, I feel like that's not something she would have ever experienced, but I was just curious on a lore level. What guardians would know?
So I would imagine, and I guess correct me if I'm wrong, I'd imagine just being a relatively new guardian, probably not much. And what you would have would probably be like whispers of what it is. You would know the basic tenets of the Future War cult, which I guess are basically that war is effectively eternal for humanity, and that once you come to terms with that, you can better prepare yourself for it, and that they strive to be as prepared as possible, and probably use some questionable tech to do so. Yeah, and then so I mean, Whiskey is a much older guardian, I believe.
Yeah.
Whiskey's an older guardian, and also while he's not big on Vexor specifically, he does a lot of like delving into secrets and stuff. He's more hive specialized, but he's been around since the timeline I use is he was a new light when Dredgen Yor was causing havoc in the Crucible. So older than the young wolf, but not as old as Jackal.
Yeah, that checks out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I at the very most probably whispers and rumors, without much certainty, but
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean I trust my players to make lore decisions as true to their characters. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I just was curious on like the likelihood that someone who hadn't spent a lot of time as a guardian would really even
Mhm.
know
So
something that
none of
made
you are
plenty
future
of
Warforged.
sense. Yeah, made plenty of sense to me that Whiskey knew and like
Mhm.
had a recollection, and that's what made me go, yeah, I don't think Neph would know.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
I mean,
cool, cool.
you could definitely. I mean, you could ask Lakshmi. You could ask Whiskey.
Yeah,
Jackal would probably know a bunch, um,
yeah.
or more
Cool,
than
cool.
the average guardian, I'd say. Yeah, cool.
Sweet.
Cool.
Anything else I can sort out right now? Any other questions or comments or concerns or anybody hear any
I'm
good jokes lately?
concerned about just the fact that we're still fighting the Cabal and the Vex, and we don't know how that's happening. But
Uh-huh.
that's a good concern to
Mhm.
have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I thought about hacking the system.
Oh, me
Hack the
too.
planet. Hack the system.
Yeah.
Hack
Yeah.
the system.
It gave you a little bit more insight. I guess it helped you determine that more bad things are happening.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yeah,
we have
sure.
an inkling of the scope.
Yeah.
The bigger picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that was a slick move. I like that a lot.
Had to make up for some of the chaos.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
it's so funny watching Fireteam A play and then watching us play. We are such chaos goblins here.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's like night and day. In a very good way. I like that I
Yeah.
get to kind of corral both of you.
Yeah,
Or
I'm
experience both.
very curious for when we get to the raid sessions and the
Oh,
groups
I
combined.
cannot
Oh my
wait.
god.
Yeah. We're inching ever closer to it. And then depending on what happens in the next couple sessions, I think it could be one more session and then a pair up, or it could be 2 or 3 more. But it's happening. It's the trains are on the tracks. We're just not sure how long the tracks are, I
Cool.
guess.
I'm just picturing like Fireteam A, like peace and tranquility and like serene vibes, and then you've got like hunters crashing in, jumping on the walls like crazy toddlers that just got like a sugar rush.
Yeah. They're like really
And then just
stoic and like we're gonna talk to the enemy and we're gonna think everything through, and then y'all are like surfboarding downstairs on cabal shields.
No one here
Woo!
but us chickens.
Yeah.
Nobody here but us chickens.
Nobody here but us
those
chickens. Yep.
chickens. Oh, that was great.
Cabal have no idea what a chicken is.
Oh yeah. It was beautiful.
Confusing them so bad.
That was so beautiful.
Um
That was, I like Max said, real Link vibes there for sure with the shield surfing and the
Yep.
chickens.
Not
chickens
even
and
on
then
purpose, and
throwing
I just
potted
love it.
plants. Throwing pots at people. Yeah, it was all
Yep.
very
Uh,
Zelda inspired
yeah, and I love
session.
that. Yes, good.
All right. Well, so thank you guys for playing. Thanks everybody at home for tuning in. We appreciate all you in the chat and watching and all that fun stuff. We hope you enjoyed the game as well. We are going to kick it over to the lovely Bee, who is going to read the next bit of lore that you and Fireteam have collectively unlocked together. So if you stick around for that, awesome. We love it. If it is a little bit late, so if you are heading out, then have a lovely rest of the night. And thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around, thanks for hanging out. I am going to read the next part in the A Moment's Reflection lore book from the New Red War. Let me just change some stuff real fast. chapter title is different this time. Today's entry is Part 6, Hush. Even inside the ramshackle house, Caryopti could hear the gentle burble of the river to the east, birds singing in loud harmony as they jumped from branch to branch in search of mates just outside the broken windows. They had stumbled upon the house about half an hour before, and had gone inside in search of supplies, since, if the ivy growing over its siding and through the doorways was any indication, the house had probably been abandoned for decades. Emera, who had already grown bored of looking within the first 10 minutes after finishing her snack, was sitting on the old, moth-eaten couch, kicking her feet so she bounced on the cushions. Her voice warbled as she kicked. Up, down, up, down. "Have you found anything?" "Not really," Caryopti called back, descending from the stairs that led to the second floor. "I found a big old safe in the master bedroom, but I wasn't able to open—" "Hey, Emera, what's that?" The girl turned over the edge of the couch to look back at her. "What's what?" "That," she repeated, pointing at an unusual box sitting atop a long, flat dresser. The box was black in the middle, with 2 white wings curving off each side, though the white appeared to have faded quite a bit over time, dirt modeling its pristine face and settling into the subtle grooves there. It looked to be some sort of electronic, wires running out of its back, then that ascended up to a flat black rectangle on the wall. A TV, Caryopti thought, although quite an archaic one. Emera shrugged. "I don't know." "You didn't think to point it out to me?" A shake of the head. "It's just trash, isn't it?" "Yeah, but it's something of interest—" "Wait, you really think people would just leave trash sitting in the middle of their living room? On display?" Emera's face twisted up in thought. Then, after maybe 2 seconds of thought, she shrugged again and made a little noise. Caryopti's hands found their way to her hips as she tilted her head at the girl. "Did your daddy and papa raise you in a barn?" The tip of Emera's tongue appeared as she made a face. Laughing, Caryopti raised her hands into prime tickling posture, making Emera squeal and try to press herself back toward the arm of the couch, giggling all the way. "Come here, you little—" Suddenly, they both stopped, going dead still. They looked into each other's horror-stricken faces, and knew at once that they'd heard the same noise. There was someone outside. In an instant, Caryopti's arms were reaching down, Emera's reaching up, and then they were wrapped up together, Caryopti headed for the nearest exit. A shadow flickered across the light streaming in through the broken glass on either side of the rear door. Was it where the noise had come from? She couldn't remember. Time was running out. If she hesitated, it could mean the difference between escape and death. She needed another exit. And fast. The garage. Rounding on herself, she made a beeline for the door across the way. They had left it open when they'd originally come in to look around. Thank goodness for lack of foresight. She ducked in through its wide opening, dodging around a vehicle parked there, and was about to turn the corner out of the large garage door when another noise came. The cocking of a gun. Pressing herself up against the edge of the opening, Caryopti was able to just peer around the edge to see someone approaching the house, a rifle pointed forward as they crept along. It wasn't just any someone, either, but a scion, the same one she'd seen back in the city. It must have tracked them all the way here. Internally, she cursed herself and pressed her back into the wall, squeezing her eyes shut tight. She should have trusted her instincts, gone out the back door. It was too late for that now, but she needed a new plan. Think, Caryopti, think! There has to be a way out. That Scion has a gun, but maybe I can run? Wait. She had a gun, too. She adjusted her grip on Emra, her free hand twitching backwards, but no, it was in her backpack. She would have to put Emra down, and then Emra would see. Worse, Emra would get caught in the crossfire. If she got hurt because Karyati made a mistake, she couldn't risk it. Cupping the back of Emra's head with her hand, she retreated back into the garage and squeezed them behind a shelf, rocking it slightly as their backpacks knocked against it. She gritted her teeth at the noise, hoping beyond hope it wasn't noticed. A shadow appeared in the doorway. In her arms, Emra whimpered slightly, burying her face into Karyapti's shoulder. She pressed her face against the girl's head and gripped her tighter, whispering to her, "Be brave with me, Emra. Shh, shh. Be brave with me." Through the shelves, blocked up as they were with boxes of who even knew what, she could barely see the tips of two horns as the Scion slipped soundlessly into the garage. Their footsteps only two thup-thups on the broken concrete floor. Come out, wherever you are," the Scion said in a sing-song voice, a mockery of human imitation. "I am Kirit, a Scion of the Red Legion, come to take you back to the city. It is under our control, along with your traveler and your light." She shut her eyes. "If you come with me now, you will arrive back in the city unharmed." The horns swiveled slowly back and forth, back and forth. "I only want to take you home where you belong." Two trembling little hands gripped her shoulder so tight the pain echoed through her whole body. "You're wasting time. I know you're here." "Almost done," she wished she could tell Emra. Wished so hard that she could communicate it to her without words. "Almost. Just a little bit longer. Just a little bit more." "How about this, then? Come out, and I won't kill the girl." The horns came closer, still turning back and forth, back and forth. "I'll just kill you and take her back to the city alive." She felt a hot wetness drip onto her shoulder. A tear. "What do you say, Is it a deal?" The horns stopped in front of her. "No deal," she growled, turned, and shoved her shoulder against the racks. As expected, the shelves wobbled, drawing Kira's attention, and then they fell, crashing down directly on top of him. His gun clattered to the floor, spinning away until it caught on one of the flattened tires of the derelict vehicle, and she took the opportunity to dart forward, pressing one foot down onto the edge of the rack to add insult to Kirit's injury and launch herself forward. She vaulted away, making a beeline for the edge of the trees just next to the house. If she could reach it fast enough, the thick vegetation would hide them from his direct line of sight. And the guns. She was close now. So close. Just a little further and they'd be hidden. A little further and... bang! The shot tore through the air, through her left arm, and out the other side. She screamed as she felt the neuronal membranes tear, wires disconnect, servos shut down. She stumbled, nearly losing her footing and her grip on Emra. "No!" she screamed in her mind. "I won't lose her. I won't let her die here. I won't let Emra die here." The mantra was exactly what she needed, a bolt of lightning energizing her. She roared, clamping down on the pain and the fear and her grip, and kept going. That's it for tonight's lore reading. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for listening. Stay safe out there, everybody.
Good night. I love you.
I love you too.
No, I was talking to them.
So was I.